Part 3. How to create unique content that will stand out. As you can tell by now, I'm a big advocate of creating 100% unique content as opposed to rewriting what has already been published. If you will write about things that cannot be found elsewhere, your blog is almost guaranteed to be a success. But where do you find these unique things to blog about? I really like what Rohit Har, the CEO and founder of Priceonomics, said in his content marketing handbook. Authentic information that your company has access to is the currency of truly valuable content marketing. Sure, there may be more shareable content out there, cute animal pictures, snarky commentary, celebrity gossip, and the like, but that stuff won't get you customers. Information, on the other hand, will. It can be data that your company produces, insights you have because of your industry experience, or stories about the people you have access to. Let's focus on that last sentence. You can craft unique content from the data that your company produces, insights you have because of your industry experience, and stories of the people you have access to. I do admit that it's easy for me to be an advocate of these things since I work at Ahrefs. We have tons of data that we can study, we have tons of unique insights that we can share, and we have access to the best minds of the SEO industry. But what if you're a newbie blogger and you don't have these kinds of luxuries? Well, actually you do. Anyone can collect some unique data about their industry. Anyone can come up with unique insights related to their industry. Anyone can connect with industry experts and get a bit of help from them. I know this because not too long ago I've been a newbie blogger myself. Take a look at this article that I wrote for my personal blog back then. I wanted to write a post about guest blogging, but there were a ton of articles on the topic already, published by well-known people with a ton of authority and a big audience. My only option to stand out among them was to do something entirely unique, which no one else did before me. Well, remember my advice earlier in this lesson? I decided to turn 180 degrees and challenge what all existing guides were saying about guest blogging. I wrote some guest articles before and I didn't see any of the outcomes that all these guides were promising I would get. So I could easily write a cool article based on my own experience in guest blogging. But why would people listen to some random blogger with zero credibility, right? As we've just discussed, people want to learn from authorities. So I followed another advice from this lesson. I acted like a journalist and reached out to over 500 bloggers, big and small, and asked them to share some data with me on how their guest articles performed and if they were happy with the results. This whole venture resulted in one of my best articles to date. And even though it was published on my personal blog, which hardly has any traffic, that article generated quite a buzz and got over 100 links from 60 different websites. And it generated a total of 10,000 visits to my blog and keeps generating a bit of passive traffic even years later. Would I be able to get this kind of result by writing an article with the same tips that can be found in other articles about guest blogging? Of course not. My article only performed so well because it was 100% unique. So I hope that my story will discourage you from creating new clones of existing content and encourage you to bring something entirely new to this world. Let's be honest, the vast majority of people are too lazy to do these kinds of things. But it's actually a good thing. The more steps you take towards making your content awesome and unique, the less competition you're going to encounter. And that wraps up the lesson on creating awesome content. And in the next one, we're going to start talking about link building and the kind of content that attracts links. Sounds good? Then I'll see you in the next lesson.